Adam boy, hello everybody and welcome back to Comic Studio. Nothing this time that was going to be for around anyways from since last year. Even though in the previous video we didn't actually review for like anything as well. For some kind of like those things that Bendy and the Ink Machine is turned into something a little bit new. And we already done with this and the Forsaken Comic Studio and even more and a round of stuff except for some kind of like this. This is not going to be a little bit horrified as well. And looks like this is not going to be coming up for next of this video as well. Because even that you're going to be checking out for this comic creator, I bet this is actually going to be for the custards, OCs and stuff. It only has one character in some kind of stuff, but only one background, stands for the little bit of west as well, which means two background mages for some kind of a little bit of this thing. Everything is no submitted sprites whatsoever, and it's nothing that I just going to be finding out as well. Well, this is already reviewed for this very short time of the Custard Comic Studio for around here, the Custard's OC Comic Studio. And by the way, and otherwise, I put a Hot Wheels car, a troll face, Stampy long head behind the 720S, and I'm Wildcat, could be from right here on to the right. Thankfully, that was a little bit of kind of small review, but today we're going to be doing for this something as well. But I have found that I just actually discovered that I have already searched around here in chocolate factories. Even though that we're just going to be saying for the letter C as the chocolate, what I just going to be saying for like this thing as well. So, even though I just already find for some kind of chocolate factory, since we already reviewed for some kind of in the previous amount of videos around for this time before Yo Mama like this, because since it's the previous video that I'm not gonna be a little bit happy for it to do this as well, they're starting to get funny around in the internet videos. So let's go into factory, as we probably going to be finding out as well. Since the bad news that the Fantastia Comic Studio has been deleted, it's not going to be found out as well. And exactly that Poppy Playtime isn't going to be for around here. So we're going to be finding somewhere else, and I'm not gonna be to do. This is going to be. Let's just press the letter Y, and it's not going to be for around here. Don't make me taking too long as well. There it is. After I review for this around in the previous videos around Yo Mama Comic Studios, even that I cannot go to the round for some kind of an Xbox Live. It's a little bit for one thing, it's not going to be for a little bit strategy like themselves. I cannot believe that that must be for a little bit of much of times as well, instead of that we're not going to be going for Diary of a Wimpy Kid as well. Let's go for Tattletale Comic Studio. Alright, let's get around here. Even to do this, it's since 1998. So, it was probably the Mama Tattletale was illegal in 1998 since Christmas. We're gonna be going for around here that the kid remembers talking Tattletale, but do you know what is absolutely for like her mother could turn into some sort of a so-called monster as well, unless she got or he or she got jump scared by the Mama Tattletale. I'm gonna be finding this out, and let's get into it. So this is Tattletale Comic Studio, and show up some spoilers, and it's owned by Waygetter. Huge thanks to the Tattletale, like anything for the sprites and many more images as well. So the first thing is going to be for the main game, and the Kaleidoscope DLC, and probably some kind of items could be from eggs as well. So starting with the Tattletale, because since I just turned on the spoilers on for some kind of for an old Tattletale like this is the Tattletale could be look like. I have remembered since FGTV and many other YouTubers, like even Possibles, around from the internet. And yes, this is absolutely from the gamers around from the internet. I already found out as well. Another character is the Butternut. It was another one as well that you already seen this as well. And nothing is absolutely going to call it up for the Mama Tattletale as well since that jump scare. I'm not very sure. This isn't going to be for exactly how it is. The Dewdrop is actually another one. It could be for some kind of a hidden Tattletale that shouldn't be able to be screenshotted itself. This is the most screenshot for I probably used to be, and I have remembered about the Tattletale that I just probably seen this from my brother and my sisters, and a little bit for one thing itself. Nothing except for my parents that wouldn't be able to allow to do this. But whenever to do that, the one more character is going to be the Mama Tattletale. This is the most deadliest things. This is pretty deadly as well, and she might gonna be coming out to get you. That she always being teleported into something else that wouldn't believe that she is going to be bitten from like this. And what about imagine that some kind of like for something is going to be opened up and going to eat you down, and which means she's a little bit alive for some kind of monster as well. For some kind of for the frightened night could be absolutely jump scare you. Another one is gonna be the DLC. Looks like there must be one Tattletale. There's another one. And finally, this is gonna be the light blue Tattletale. And that is the entire characters, like anything it goes. Some kinds of stuff could conclude some eggs. Any of which there must be for multiple eggs, like anywhere. And some kind of stuff as well, which includes some flashlights and the box and some tapes and whatever, the cupcakes, television, bandages, and anything that is absolutely goes like this. And there's more stuff a little bit for one thing as well. There must be name tags and some kind of papers, another tape as well, mail, and a picture of some sort of like this thing as well. So there is nothing here except for anything around for this thing as well. So let's turn on for the dark mode, and as you can see, that must be for getting around for a recording of this video. So looks like that must be for some kind of like the recording systems, like anything as well, and probably like a little bit more, like anywhere as possible. And finally, the backgrounds could be the bedroom itself, the living room before Christmas, the kitchen, the outside dorms, some kind of multiple rooms as well, and the backyard outside, and which has led him down to the basement. So this is his morning as well. And finally, that must be for another hidden night as well, for some kind of like the Tattletale is going to be picked up for some sort of like this. And finally, that must be for some kind of a DLC for one thing. I shouldn't be able to be played for some kind of Tattletale for a little bit for pretty much. But I don't know where that I didn't meant to be that I just going to be found around here. So I wonder I'm just gonna be looking down as well for sound down in the backyard. It looks like that must be for some sort of a little bit for a bunker. And this is the garage. And probably look like the GTA 5 reference to me as well. I definitely looked around to see what is going on. It was dark in the hallway room. And he headed down into the basement. So this is where that Mama Tattletale is going to be coming out to get you. That since you're going to be finding out what is going on. So looks like there must be for multiple tattletales like anything as well. And looks like there must be something was probably outside for something like this. So this is gonna be the basement that where we find. And sometimes there must be a little bit of pretty hearing for this. I'm just scrolling a little bit going down as well, as we already find a point that I just never fought. So this is gonna be the basement of about which it is, and this is the entire about for some kind of like this. This is the entire comic studio of Tattletales, but I'll be right back, just right in time. Turns out it had taken around for 2 hours of adding something around here from the studio crossovers, because then that I just completely added a one Cookie Run character over here and expect like added even a little bit more for herself like this thing as well. Something is absolutely going to be surrounded as well, as I added for some kind of a little bit amount of background mages from their house inside and outside all the way down to the basement without an attic. I never seen this possibly that is filled with toys around here for somewhere. And I never guessed that we're going to be trying to say that. And for some sort of like those things, that almond cookie leaves her alone for this whole time, but I cannot believe it, that she wasn't able to come out of the house, and that wasn't able to be for doing so. This is not going to be actually worrying that I just going to be end of this video, that since it's going to be taking around for over 15 minutes as well. But you seeing this could be possibly as well, as we're probably going to be taking a little bit of a look as well. As you can see, that Walnut Cookie was alone, was home alone on this house for some kind of like this. During gameplay, I probably seen for that I'm not gonna be find out. Because during gameplay, I thought I just seen something even more scarier a little bit for just like the Mama Tattletale. And looks like the Mama Tattletale is gonna be near beyond of for something as the Walnut Cookie. Unless that Walnut Cookie was alone for her whole like those things for some kind of the event before Christmas. But looks like she have went into this house and into the kitchen. She was alone in the bed with that all the toys that isn't going to be. And that must be for some kind of a mini vehicle, a mini Jeep in a garage. There's nothing empty around over here. That something is going to be stalking around here beneath like this. And that I'm not going to believe that the fat mama is going to be coming out for this way. We do not able to be adding for a little bit for one thing. And then also Walnut Cookie in the basement, surrounded by RC cars. Surrounded by the RC cars. They will pretend there must be the RC cars like the Ford GT, the Centenario, the F-150, the Hot Wheels car, even the characters from Rory the racing car, and a fan-made character from Cars 2. I wouldn't believe that is absolutely... It's not going to be for like this. The base Max Chanel wouldn't be like this for the Chili flag version of this thing as well. It's not going to be another name. Or isn't it? Thankfully, that will be the end of this video for some sort of like this. And I wasn't able to using for the studio crossovers that you're seeing for some drafts that it's already saved for around here. In a couple of 11 minutes ago that I just did something a little bit for around as well. I didn't respond even a little bit 1 hour ago for one thing as well. I wouldn't believe that I just tried to do, but what I just tried to going to find out for myself, that wouldn't lead me into something kind of a little bit of trouble as well. And instead of this, could believe that I just wanted to say. So, the link is going to be in the description below, and it's also going to be linked in the description into the main website to browse something as well. before it's going to be closing around here a little bit sooner into the future. It was a limited access to the Comic Studio website, like anything as well. Instead, about this Comic Studio around here from over here. So, thanks again for watching, and I'm going to be signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and Comic Studio users all later.